Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. We're having ourselves a good fucking time. Welcome back. I hope you guys have had a great couple weeks. Hope you've just been having a blast. You know, getting out there doing some fun stuff. You know, it's never too early in the year to get out and do some fun things, right? You know, you should just be out gallivanting, you know, celebrating, doing whatever. I don't know what you need to do. But, you know, so a lot of people wait for it to thaw. You know, they try to wait for the frigid winter to be over before, you know, the rebirth of themselves, you know. That's what people love to use that gym time for. You know, once they start their New Year's resolutions right on January 1st, they're trying to, and then they hide it with that pump cover and all that stuff. And then when spring rolls around, they emerge, birth new like the spring, and you know, arising like the flowers in the beginning of the crops of this season. That's what you do. But we need to stop waiting for the spring to roll around, okay? Don't let time tell you when you should be out celebrating, you know? Don't let seasons or fucking the time we're around the sun can tell you when to celebrate or be the best new version of yourself, you know? You do it right now. Do it now! Anyway, doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I just went on a real weird tangent there. Welcome to Not Worth the Time, everybody. Yeah. You just got to get out there and celebrate. That's ultimately what I'm trying to say there. You know, I went out and participated in a celebration this past weekend. That is correct. I went to a surprise birthday party, which I have to say completely exceeded my expectations of what they are. I've never been a part of a surprise party ever. Probably because I don't know that many people. No, I know enough people. It's just we all are inherently no, it's not selfish. It's just I don't know. I've never stumbled into this situation where I get to be a part of a surprise party. I take that back. I technically was part of a surprise wedding. That was a weird one. That's my parents' story. I don't need to get into that. That's their business, you know. I don't know if they want that on the airwaves, how they did that. But that was part of a surprise wedding. That was an interesting time. And actually, successful. Very successful. But I was part of a surprise birthday party. And I never got to be a part of one of these before. And it's really fun to be a part of. It's actually might be the superior way to celebrate an individual's either achievement or birthday or anniversaries. It's the best. And here's why. You don't have to seek out the person when you get to the party, right? That's like my least favorite part of getting to any party is finding the host or the person whose party it's for or whatever it is. Like, you ever been to a graduation party, you know, that time of year, which is coming up. Thank God I don't know anybody with high school kids yet. God, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. That is one of the cringiest times ever. And, you know, you pay the piper. I didn't do one because I didn't want to do the groveling for money. That's all a graduation party is a teenager is groveling for money so they can just go to college with something in their bank account. Just, you know, if they can get 0.5% of what their tuition is going to be, just 0.5% of what they're going to walk out of college with in debt, it's a success. You just need 0.5%, and that's a successful grad party. You know, I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want people to feel obligated to come, friends and family to feel obligated to come over and give me cards with money, wishing me luck in college, knowing damn well that if they give me any cash that I didn't have to take to a bank and put it in my bank, it's going straight to booze. That's what all grad money goes towards right away. And half of it gets blown on a keg that eventually gets stolen. That's where graduation money goes. You know, but you know, when you go there, you have to, like, if you're standing there waiting for your money You're waiting for your money. You have to stand there and wait, and then people coming to your party have to park. Then they have to go in and find you. It's a pain in the fucking ass because like you're just like sifting through, and you're walking into people, and maybe you don't even want to stay there that long, But you keep running into like Gertrude and her husband Tim, and you got to talk to them and do the small talk. Oh, the kids been, all this weather. Yeah, you got to do all that, and you're just trying to get to this pimply teenager to give him a card and be like, yeah, don't buy Natty Ice. Just stick with Coors Light. The higher alcoholic content sounds like a good idea. It's not. Just drink Coors Light and you'll be fine. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. And that's the bummer of a normal party like that. Surprise party completely eliminates that. Automatically eliminates you having to deal with locating the host or the focus of the party, because you're going to show up early, right? You have to organize these things for your guests to show up early so the arriver or the celebrated doesn't see them, right? And you're guaranteed an organized parking spot, because you also have to hire the cars. You can't just have everybody's fucking car everybody got vanity plates now, Old Aunt Cheryl's gonna see, oh, that's in that Jacob's car. It's got the double B's are for me. License plate. That's for a guy who likes not big boobs, but he's just saying he likes bees. He likes them right in there. This grandma recognizing a tit pun license plate is great to me. Anyway, but that's where you have to have special parking, right? Because you can't have them park on the street. You got to have them park somewhere else. So it's organized parking. It's like having a valet, right? That's fucking great. Who wouldn't want to have the valet service? Mwah, fantastic. So then you just have great parking right away. And then you go inside, and you just get to start chopping it up with everybody. You meet the one person who's there organizing it. That's the only person you got to check in with. Be like, yo, we're here. And they're like, sweet, good, glad you're here. Drinks are over here. Some snacks are over here. I'll let you know when they're showing up. Perfect. And you're there for like an hour chopping it up with everybody else. You're sitting at the table, shooting shit, telling stories. That's an optimal way to start. And then the pressure's off about doing all that kind of stuff, right? You're just chilling with the homies at that point. It's great. And then 45 minutes, you've had a beer, maybe two if you're a fucking elite drinker. If you're the Patrick Mahomes of drinking, you've had two within that at 45 minutes. And that's when they hit you with they're on their way. Everybody get in their positions. They're going to be here in 10 minutes. And then they walk in. Boom! Big surprise. They're smiling. And then this is the best part. You flip that whole party situation on their head now. They have to go around and address everybody. Now, a bride and groom will tell you that's the worst part of any wedding, is that they don't get to sit down after they eat dinner really fast, and then they got to go around to each table and thank all the guests. That's the thing. Yet nobody likes doing that. Nobody likes doing that. But it's way better for your guests. It's so much better. It's so much better. Yeah, you just flip it on the celebrated. If you want these accolades and want to thank everybody and have them personally wish you a happy birthday and all that stuff, you now have to put in the effort. That's the beauty of a surprise party. What a beauty. That, because when you throw a party for yourself, you do want people to come and celebrate you. It is that kind of way. A surprise party takes it to the next level because somebody took the effort to show that they want to celebrate you, which is also a very nice thing. And then you get all these people together that you want to probably see anyway, and you get to go up and individually get to have this interaction with them. It's the best of both worlds. It's awesome. I never thought I would say surprise parties are great until I experienced this. I'm telling you, it's elite level party, way to throw a party and celebrate people. It's great. Although, and I kind of crashed this one because I didn't know this person It's a friend of my girlfriend, and so we went to do that. So it was funny because I kind of got to crash it and just kind of be there, and that's why I got to experience it from like this outside level where I was like analyzing it. And it was a lot of fun. I will say, if you're a party crasher, crashing a surprise party is expert level party crashing. That is top tier. If you can sneak it, because one, you got to know about it. They don't just tell everybody about the surprise party because it's a surprise. You're trying to get this one person. You can't be telling the whole town and letting everybody know willy-nilly. You can't be letting that happen. So you got to be an expert level for that. It is risky, though. You know, it is a risky thing. There's two risky parts about throwing a surprise party. One, if you're doing it for elderly people, you are playing roulette, and you're betting red or black. Okay, you got, it's not a 50-50 shot. Okay, you got a 50, but red is they're extremely excited and they're red in the face, kind of embarrassed and happy. That's what you're betting on. Or black, which is death from a heart attack. And then you got the two green spaces in roulette. That's just a stroke that happens. So you got death and stroke, okay? And strokes are very unlikely. So you're gambling when you're throwing these kind of parties, okay? You're gambling with an elderly person. But if it hits, right? If it hits red, they love it, okay? They are ecstatic. All their friends are there. They're going to chop it up, have a good time. It's great. The other gamble is, a lot of times you have to do these at their house, right? Like you can't tell, like you get the whole complicated thing about like having someone go pick you up and be like, oh, we're going to go stop by my house, and and take them to a different location. No, you got to make them think that they're coming back to their original place, right? That's the way you do it. But it's hard to get in their own house unless you just have other keys, which to me is the funniest thing. If it's their house and you throw a surprise party and they didn't want people over at their house to begin with, and you just have all these people in their house, that's a gamble. They might not have wanted people in there that day, They got used underwear in the fucking bathroom. Yeah, they weren't planning for this. All of a sudden, there's panties and shit on the floor. Who knows? They didn't. It was the week they were supposed to scrub the bowl, but they didn't. Some nice streaks there. Looks like somebody hit a deer inside the toilet bowl. You're just taking risks. There are risks, I will say. But I'm telling you, my explanation up top, elite way to celebrate. It's the best way I think I've ever seen celebrate a birthday party. That's maybe, and I'm probably being a little over the top, but this is how I feel. It's how I feel, and I like it. I think it's good, and I'm going to maybe start implementing that more. And, just got to make sure when you're doing it to older people, you're doing it in a way they're not going to die. It's going to be great. And speaking of old people possibly passing away and having issues, gets me into our topic for this week. That's right, guys. I found another new science article. I've been hitting these a lot lately. It's just fun, and they have a lot of weird ones, and I like them. So we're doing another new science article, and this week is dance mat style games help stop older people from falling. Not old people, older people. Dance style games. That's right. Dance Dance Revolution. A Japanese dancing simulating game is going to keep you from falling in your old age. Okay? They always said fucking video games weren't going to do anything for us. They're rotting our brains and they're not helping. Turns out they're helping keeping us coordinated. Okay? And not only that, Nana now has some sick Tecmo Japanese moves. That's fucking great, okay? I will say this. Nerds like me and other people in the video game industry have been really trying to push this shit for years, right? That video games can be healthy. We saw it with the Wii Fit board when they tried to do that whole thing. It just never was a thing. Although I did love that the Wii totally shamed everybody. I don't think there's anybody who ever stepped on the Wii board and made their character and stuff that wasn't obese. I don't know a single person who never got called obese. And you know why? Because they set it to Japanese standards. And Nintendo was like, yeah, we're not doing this America plus size shit, okay? There's no biggie size in our video game. That's not normal. You're obese. Lose some pounds. The Wii did not hold back on that. Okay, but that's what they've been trying to do for years now, is just convince you that video games can be healthy. And apparently now they're going to tell us with this study that we're going to read here. I'm sure it mentions this study in here about how this dance mat is at least causing old people not to break a hip. And that's how people die. Older people, when they fall, break a bone, death comes close. I have some personal experience with this in my life. It's a really sad and awful way to see somebody go, honestly. It's very terrifying. But let's find out how this could help people with that. A game that prompts players to step on arrows and prevents falls among older people, probably by improving strength and balance and reflexes. Yeah, that makes total sense. Also, stepping on arrows, you got to be more specific with what game this is that prompts you to do that, okay? Because the old school track and field, if some of you remember, on the NES had that feature. Those did not work, okay? I don't know if anybody ever tried to play that game, but it's fucking awful. It was awful, always and forever will be. Anyway, I won't get on it. You guys know why it's terrible. It's a fucking first generation of video games, or second, whatever. Our balance declines with age, with falls being the most common cause of serious injury among older people. Vision problems, muscular weakness, and conditions such as dementia, heart disease, and low blood pressure can also raise the risk. Low blood pressure will do that, huh? That makes sense, I guess, because I'm sure if you're standing up too quick, you get a head rush. That whole head rush, dude. Ah, man, that shit's scary as fuck. I've passed out from standing up too fast. Granted, it was also when I was I was either in middle school or my freshman year of high school. But I stood up so fast. Now, I must have, just hit my brain also. I could have just concussed myself with the sheer force and athleticism I possessed at that time of getting off the couch. But who knows? Now, Dinah Strucken at the University of New South Wales in Sydney, Australia. Damn, dude, that's the only thing I don't like about New Science is they pull these things and they give the universe. It's just a mouthful. Why can't they just have normal university names? It's got to be a fucking goddamn giant mouthful. It's never just from Syracuse University. Anyway, has come up with a game called Smart Plus Minus Step. I'm guessing it's just Smart Plus Step. Described as an arcade-like, Stratton says, it was designed to be, oh my god, okay, an inexpensive tool that can be used at home to reduce the risk of falls. It provides cognitive and motor training by prompting players to step at various speeds into targets on a wireless electronic floor mat. Man, my brain is not fucking processing words today. I might need to get this for my fucking cognitive health. Jesus Christ. To the game, to put the game to the test, Strick had her colleagues recruit 769 people, 69, nice, age 50 or 65 and over. Some who've had a history of falls. The recruits were split into 3 groups. They all received a workbook on how to prevent falls. One group was also told to use the Smart Plus step, while the others were given an unnamed cognitive-based game, similarly designed to prevent falls, to play while seated. Okay, so So there's just an app for a game where that works on your cognitive function. I need that because that maybe will help me read better for you guys. The latter two groups were encouraged to play the respective games for at least 2 hours a week for a year. Those in the Smart Plus Step group fell significantly less over the year. Yeah, this video game made bitches not fall over, okay? They weeble wobble, but they don't fall down. Yeah, we kept these bitches upright all year, okay? You could send Chris Jones or Nick Bosa after them. They ain't getting them. They're too nice on their feet. Then those two groups just given the workbook. There was no overall difference between the groups that played the seated game or the workbooks group. However, among those with a history of falling, those who played the seated game fell less often. That's good news. So if you're playing that game, they do fall less often. We want to make sure the type of stepping practice that we know is important for fall preparation fun, and we were able to do this through the video game. Yeah, that makes sense. A game is always a challenging and nice way to get after it. That's like what people want to do. People love a competition and trying yourself. Like, it would be great, honestly. You got to hook this up to the old Apple Watch, right? And you create a step community or a fall community. That'd be great. So you got high scores on this game, and then it also tracks if you're falling at home or not. Dude, all old folks leaderboards for falls is fucking, it'll happen. Eventually, you will see Vegas go, hey, we want that game, and we're going to do this, and so we're going to take over and unders on if old people are going to fall. Okay? If you don't think Vegas is going to figure out how to put a fucking prop bet on if you think your 89-year-old grandmother, how often she's going to fall this year. If you don't think they're going to use that data and then be like, what do you got? You gonna put an over-under on this bet? What's crazy is they fall and still hit the under. If the under is 1.5, right? And she only falls one time. And then she passes away tragically. But if you placed a bet on the under, you win. If you don't think Vegas is going to do that, you're so fucking wrong. They already have websites like weightwager.com, okay? I've seen advertisements for this shit, okay? You can put a bet on how much you're going to lose weight-wise. I don't even know how you track that or how that works, but there are people trying to do this kind of shit, okay? But this is also important. Reading this article and talking about this and the strength and the coordination, this is why it's important to keep working out, people. You don't have to do anything strenuous. You don't have to do massive weightlifting. You don't have to be an 80s Arnold. You don't even have to do. You need 15-pound dumbbells. I do workouts with 15-pound dumbbells. You don't need that much. It's just moving your body and staying consistent and doing it almost every day. And stretching. Because that's going to work with balance and shit, dude. It's little things like that, or if you just start doing them as soon as you realize you need to start doing them, are going to save you so much time and hassle and problems down the line. It just really is. That's the thing I keep telling myself. It's like a 401k with your body, except hopefully it actually pays off and the market doesn't crash by the time you need to retire. Hopefully. I don't fucking know. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I just don't want people to fall down, okay? I don't want y'all to be weeble wobbles. I want you to do well, okay? I want everybody to do well, and I want the world to succeed. That's what we need to have happen, is the world needs to come together right now. That's what we need, okay? You all come together and play some Smart Plus Step, and we'll all start improving our health. That's what we need to do. And if you really want to improve your mental health, or at least know that you can speak and talk and are more intelligent, you need to go to punninggame.com. That's right, guys, punninggame.com, where you could feel like the smartest person in the room by listening to these shows like Who Gives a F and Not Worth the Time, and the back catalog of all the great episodes and shows we have had on punninggame.com. So head on over there to punninggame.com, and while you're over there, go to the Punning Game shop, where you can find t-shirts and hoodies for your favorite shows here at the Punning Game NWT.com. Right. So, guys, and guess what? There's new shit now. That's right. If you haven't noticed, I updated the logos. We've updated the background, like the whole thing on YouTube right now, which you need to go check out. YouTube, Comic Wade Taylor. You can watch this whole show and see my dumb face. Isn't that great? And look how great this new is. And that new logo, it's on a new shirt, a new hoodie. I got stickers. We got mugs. We got all sorts of cool shit for you to support this show. And use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWTPOD. And that gets you free shipping at checkout, you guys. So that is fantastic. So don't forget to use that promo code NWTPOD, NWTPOD, for free shipping at checkout. So go and do all that stuff. Guys, we really appreciate all the support you've been giving us lately. The YouTube channel has been growing a lot. Thank you to all the new subscribers and watchers for that. Thank you for supporting, and thank you for liking all the stand-up clips. I've been posting a lot of stand-up clips online. That's the beauty about joining the YouTube is I put out a lot of stand-up clips out there, so that's great. I love that people are enjoying the jokes, especially because I spend way too much time writing and trying to craft them so that they're enjoyable and actually make sense and make people laugh. So it's a passion project that I love, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. So thank you to all you guys for that. With that being said, guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. I'm Wade Taylor. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.